advocacy, community, education, resources, rewards. Learn more at thervadvisor.com.
This is the RV Advisor Podcast with your host, Tom Alexander. Get all the latest information, trends, advice from experts, stories from the road, and more in the world of recreational vehicles. Now, here's Tom.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the RV Advisor Podcast. I'm Tom Alexander. My guests are Wendy and Andy from the Glamplife, and they are speaking to us today from Cleveland, Tennessee. Now, today is the first day I've heard of Cleveland, Tennessee. I think I'm a little familiar with the other Cleveland in the United States, but not Tennessee. But they tell me they're right near Chattanooga. Welcome, folks. How are you?
Pretty good. How are you doing?
Doing great. Thanks for joining us today. We really appreciate it. And
thanks for having us.
Yeah, it's great to have you on board here. And looking at your Instagram page off to the side here, I'm looking, and it says here, a family-owned glamping company that creates beautiful, durable products. So we're going to learn about some of those products. Now let me ask you this. I see that you're in a beautiful home there, but do you also do a little bit of RVing yourself?
Not yet.
Not yet.
We have both had experiences in RVs when we were younger, and with camping in general. Right now, we own a tent, but funny enough, one of the reasons that we started this business, so we would have a business or a job that could take us anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So our goal is to eventually be at least part-time, if not full-time, like so many people that follow us, and we follow them, and we drool over their lifestyles right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my sister, as a matter of fact, and her family have been traveling. They're in their third years. I don't know if you know the Wanderpreneurs, but Lauren and Aaron Grahava were some of the people that helped inspire us to start a company, catering to full-time RV families and, glampers, full-time, part-time, anyone, but they helped us come up with some of our first ideas, and our goal is to be more like them one day.
Yeah, I always say I want to be this person when I grow up, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and that's terrific. And but you guys have some really cool products for those folks that like to glamp and camp and RV and everything else. So we definitely want to check those out in just a moment. But what got you? Let me ask you this: what got you into creating these products? Was it your association with your friends, or was it just something that sort of evolved over a period of time?
Well, it's funny. We actually owe the beginning of this business to COVID in a way. I know, the silver lining on such a horrible time.
Yeah, we've heard a lot of those kinds of stories.
Yeah, like it's just that time, that catalyst for change. And my husband works full time at a place that was furloughed because of COVID, and we had always wanted to start a business. Mm-hmm. And it just seems like, what, this is a good indicator of why we need to do this. We're at the mercy of a company when we're working for someone else. Mm-hmm. So that helped us decide, let's start a business. And most of our products are sold online. We do Amazon FBA, so we send the products to them and they send them out. But we also have our website that we want to, continue growing the sales on that as well. But yes, just that helped us see.
Mm-hmm. That coupled with just wanting to spend more quality time together as a family and to travel, like we all want to travel and go places and see new things. And so we wanted that to kind of be our lifestyle, just to spend time together and travel. But we couldn't do that with the jobs we have now. You got a schedule, and you're at the mercy of the manufacturer or the company you work with. So it's kind of hard to do those things. So through creating our Amazon business and finding a niche, RV stuff and things that we inspire to do one day is to travel, that's going to be the vehicle, pun intended, to let's get us around. So yeah.
Sure. Yeah. And the ideas for these, are these kind of born from your own imagination, or is it something that maybe you hear, hey, I wish there was something like this that existed, Now go make it. How does it
Absolutely.
work exactly?
It's really funny because it was sort of like that. I sat down, I talked to my sister, well, over the phone because she was traveling. I was stuck here. But I said, hey, we're really interested in starting a business. We had thought about this for a while. We thought we might do a franchise, but I said, I would really love to cater to, traveling families and people that live in an RV. What is a product that you say, hey, this could be improved? Because we're not inventors. We're not necessarily going to come up with something completely brand new at this stage of our business. But the idea of taking an already existing product that maybe has some drawbacks and improving it is what we were wanting to do. So she said, man, RV rugs are really not that attractive. And we're like, oh, you're right. Like, ones with bushes or old patterns. And, there are just a lot of the companies out there creating these RV rugs are not realizing that we have lots of like young and trendy families that are traveling now. And a lot of the styles just didn't work. So we started doing research, and that was sort of our flagship product, the first one we came up with. And we realized, okay, first of all, it's a plastic product, which we're not big fans of plastic. We want things to be as eco-friendly as possible.
Mhm.
In this particular case, though, like the benefit of it being plastic is that you can just wash it right off, get all
Yeah.
the soap and water, wrap it up, and it's light. So we said, how can we make this more eco-friendly? And
Yeah.
realized, okay, making it out of recycled plastic. So we found a factory that was able to do that. And then also here, you want to grab that? If you notice, let me unwrap this.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's do this. Let's
Sorry.
take a quick break, and we'll dig
Okay,
into
great.
all that stuff in just a
All
moment.
right.
And because
Sounds
we want
good.
to see
Okay.
it, and we'll just also describe it for the folks that just are on
great.
the audio side only. Some folks
Very
consume
true.
this podcast audio only, so we'll also describe it. But we'll take a break. We're speaking with Wendy and Andy from the Glamplife. This is the RV Advisor podcast. Back in just a moment.
The RV Advisor was created for you to protect your rights as an RV enthusiast and arm you with the knowledge to navigate the complex RV industry. There's strength in numbers, and that's why we've built a nationwide network of RV owners empowering you with the advice you can trust at rvadvisor.com.
We're back on the RV Advisor podcast. I'm Tom Alexander. My guests are Wendy and Andy from Glamplife. And there they are. And speaking to us today from Cleveland, Tennessee, just outside of the great city of Chattanooga. And I know that we were talking about some of your durable products that also are eco-friendly and kind of, I guess the word is sustainable these days, those kinds of things. It's always a good idea. Beautiful, durable products, as it says right here on your Instagram page. And why don't you share one or two of those with us and kind of give us an idea of what it is they do?
Yeah, definitely. So we had mentioned our RV rugs are by far our most popular products. We have a hard time keeping them in stock right now. So when you hear this, they might be temporarily out of stock. We're always sending more in, but so we often have waiting lists and pre-sales for things like that. But one thing that sets our RV rugs apart from other people, not only are they made from recycled plastic, but also we realized a lot of people had difficulty with the edges tearing up. It's not very sustainable to replace something every year. So we wanted to make ours more durable. We made ours thicker from just a thicker weave than the typical ones on the market without sacrificing how lightweight they are. Now our 9x12 ones are about 10 pounds. So they have a little bit of a weight to them, but not so much for most travelers. And here, I'm going to show that or speak about it.
There we go. I'll have it up.
So this right here is binding that's typically on the edges only of an RV rug. It's usually like an unfinished plastic that's not frayed together, seared together.
Yeah.
But we went ahead and put the binding all the way around it to give it a nice finished look and to keep it lasting longer. And they are reversible. So on one side, it's more of a tan and black, and the other is black and tan, and has a cool trendy design. It's easier to show online, so you can just check out our Instagram for all
Sure.
those designs because it's just such a large rug. Another thing that we have is these dishes, because when you're in an RV, you need something that's lightweight, and it's also nice for them not to be breakable, right?
Yep.
So, and as compact as possible. So this dishes set, actually it's made from sustainable materials. It does have a plastic in it as the binding agent, but it's filled in with what is called wheat straw. You can't really tell on the picture right here, but the stalk of wheat, typically after it's harvested, it is disposed of. It's burned, which is not good for the environment.
Yeah.
And now people have started reclaiming that and adding it into dishes to give them a nice texture, to give them a life and a purpose. And they're still quite lightweight, virtually unbreakable. Of course, things can happen sometimes, but we've got also a nice lip to the plate. So you can send your kids with a plate of food outside and not worry about it spilling, or even yourself, because I definitely spill things myself as well.
Yeah.
And it also comes with a cute little picture that has, cups in it that stack. So it's large enough to drink, coffee out of if you want, but compact enough to store in here. They're microwavable safe, dishwasher safe. They will last longer if you don't stick them in the dishwasher, but we wash ours in the dishwasher.
Yeah.
And, at home. And then when we travel, we don't. So
yeah, I'm just going to describe for the folks listening too, that the container that you've got, it looks like you've got 4 cups in there. Stacked, and it's in a solid container that almost looks like an iced tea pitcher or something like that. And you can pour the cups right out onto the table and fill those individually with whatever you like, coffee, tea, water, or any other beverage you enjoy. And there you go. They're really nice. They look nice. They have a really clean look to them, and but they're also very functional. Very, very cool. And of course, you got your bowls there. You can fill that with, you could put cereal in there, and you could put a nice helping of pasta, nice twist of pasta in there, salad. Very cool. So we're looking at those. For the folks that are watching, obviously they can see what we're talking about. For those folks just listening, we wanted to paint a little bit of an audio picture for you. To kind of get a sense of what we're talking about here. And these are great. Again, they're beautiful, they're durable products from the folks at Glamplife. And I should mention, I guess it's no harm in mentioning that your retail company is called Right Life Home. And that's right, like the Wright brothers, WRIGHT, Life Home. And is that your website as well?
Yes, rightlifehome.com is our website, and you'll see all of our Glamplife products. One of the reasons that we have it under slightly different name is because we're also making some like home decor items that some people would still love to have in their RV. Some people are like, it's not necessary. So we're going to kind of have 2 lines as we grow as a business. Gotcha. And then there are some things like this rattan plant stand. It's handmade, kind of wound together and stacked on. You can see just the rustic nature of this plant stand. It has 3 little legs on it, natural in color. This we thought was compact enough to take with you on the road if you want to, with your favorite little plant. So it has a home rather than be set on a counter that could get knocked over, or to put in your stick and bricks home if that's where you live.
Yeah. So a lot of really cool products, durable products for the road, and also some decorative things that you can accent your RV or your home with really, really, really nice stuff. Rightlifehome.com. That's rightlifehome.com, and that's with a W, just like the Wright brothers. No relation, right? Any relation to the Wright brothers? That you know,
we can pretend, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Our last name is Wright, spelled the same way, which is where we got it from. But
well, I kind of jumped to that conclusion on my own. Together, just a confirmation is always good to have. That's very good. Well, listen, this has been a lot of fun. We got to check out your products and see what you're doing, and I'm sure as you distribute and first of all envision new products and then put them to to the acid test and then ultimately distribute them, then, you know, that's let us know, because we'd love to talk more about that and share that with our viewers and our listeners. Let folks know what's coming from Right Life Home. And of course, by all means, check out the Glamplife Instagram page. A lot of cool photos there, paging down and seeing a bunch of cool stuff. Not only their great products, but also some looks like some trips out on the road as well. Some cool stuff to see. Any plans for the summer, folks, to someplace to get out and visit?
Well, we actually hopefully will be traveling in an RV in the fall, at least. That is our goal. So I told the kids, I said, we might not go anywhere special this summer. We're going to stay tight, and then we're going to do some long-term travel in the fall. So we homeschool our kids. And so because of that, and you know, because of the business growing, we are just about ready to make that shift over to, and like I said, we're not 100% sure how full-time we're going to be yet. We have that dream, but also have a child. One of our children is very much of a homebody and loves to see his friends and family here. So we're being very flexible about, you know, where we are led as we grow in that area.
Yeah, well, you know, oftentimes part-timing leads to full-timing. You know, you sort of slowly edge your way in and kind of figure it out, right? So that's terrific. Well, safe travels when you do travel, and we'll continue to look for some of your products as they're distributed to the rest of the planet. We appreciate it. Thanks for speaking to us today from Cleveland, Tennessee. Another point on the map that I can now just log forever, that I've now learned a new town.
Absolutely.
In the great state of Tennessee. All right, folks. Well, thank you. That's Andy, and it's Wendy from Glamplife. Visit them at the.glamplife at Instagram. You can find them right there. Check them out. This is the RV Advisor Podcast. Back in just a moment.
Buying an RV is an exciting moment, like buying a new house. You should inspect the RV and the contracts thoroughly. You may not know what to look for, and that's where the RV Advisor comes in. GG and her experts are here for you at rvadvisor.com.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the RV Advisor Podcast. I'm Tom Alexander. And of course, as always, I'm joined in this segment by our good friend, our guest coordinator, it is Neve Carizacco. Hey, Neve.
Hi, how are you all doing?
We're good. We're good. And you're back from a little bit of a road trip. So it looks like it was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. Thankfully, we were back just before the storm, because the storm was hitting the West Coast a small bit. But we had a wonderful time, Tom. We got to meet so many people. The RV Advisor camper itself just drew so much attraction. People coming over asking what was the RV Advisor? Just so many questions. It was so fun to meet so many people. And then, of course, we had a giveaway left at the front desk there for an RV. I'm sorry, my phone is going off here. For a like if you rent a rental package, so basically like your tissue paper, the flush and things like that. So we got plenty of new contact information for some potential new members, and we also done a giveaway on behalf of Patrick from Empire Covers. So we gave away some of his merchandise at a karaoke one night, and we also gave away some out on the water. We were out on the water to go scalloping. So we stopped. There's a small channel there that you kind of have to go very slow through. So we were just throwing merch out and giving it to a bunch of people and having a bunch of fun with it. So it was a wonderful, wonderful time. And yeah, I feel like a lot more people learned about the RV Advisor and what we have going for the RV community. So it was a really, really fun weekend.
Wow, that does sound like a lot of fun, and it's great that spreading the word, if you will, of the RV Advisor, getting folks who may not be familiar little kind of hip to it, if you will.
Yeah.
And you went,
Yep.
you did some fishing or shrimping, right? Or
Scalloping. Yes. Oh
scalloping,
my God. It was
scalloping.
so fun. It was so fun. It was opening weekend. I'd never gone scalloping before. So literally all you do, it's like their bay scallops. So do you see them like swimming around in their little shells or whatever? And yeah, you just see them in the grass, and you just dive down and get them. And it was just so fun and a different experience. And then we went back to the campers and cleaned them and put them in the like freezer bags or whatever for a dinner another time. So yeah, very, very cool experience. The kids had a lot of fun.
That's great. That is great.
Yeah.
So, well, that's good news, and hopefully the RV Advisor trailer, RV, if you will be in a location near you someday soon.
Yeah, we're hoping to head up the Keys one of these weekends. So that's my next plan of action, is maybe a day, maybe 2 days to go down there and spread the word further.
Great. And and the hope is that maybe we'll even have more someday, more than one RV Advisor trailer, and moving it around to other parts of the country, which would be really, really cool.
It would be really fun.
Yeah, that's our hope, because we do kind of perceive ourselves not just as even though we're based here in South Florida, we have members from all over the US and Canada and beyond, for that matter.
Right.
So it's pretty cool. We've had guests on the show from right across the globe. So it's been a lot of fun.
Yes, it has. It's been awesome. So yeah, that was our fun weekend on the road with the RV Advisor.
Love it. Love it. And I want to thank our guests from Glamplife. It's Wendy and Andy. They joined us on the program. And next time it'll be Russ Lovell from RV Plus U, Neve. So that'll be cool to talk to Russ. And we'll see you too, Neve, next Monday. Everybody have a great weekend. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. For Neve Carizacco, I'm Tom Alexander. So long, everybody.